Hi creative friends, this is Soraya and thank you so much for being here. So this is going to be part 3 of my design and composition video. I wasn't going to make a part 3, but then I worked on it a little bit and I thought, you know what, there are some great learning tools and lessons here. Not only for somebody watching this video, but for me as well. So what I did is I did not record this part, but I went in and I added a little bit of text over here, over here, over here, because I wanted to retain that kind of cross feeling to the mix here. But I did also add some cashew over here, so that's like a neutral, and I wanted to make it like a very kind of a diagonal cross so that it was a little bit more dynamic. Now I'm gonna get back to this, but I'm gonna show you over here this exercise that I did. Now this exercise, you guys, is not really fun. At least it wasn't for me, but it's a great learning tool. So when I made these collages over here, this was like pure fun and play and just so addictive for me, and I learned so much. It's a great learning tool. Now this over here is another great learning tool, but again, for me, this is like really tedious. Like I hate doing it. I just do not like doing it, but I can learn so much from it. So basically what I did is I just made 9 of these little thumbnails over here, and I made a cross for each one of the squares. Like it's exactly the same cross. Like I just went like so, like so, like so, like so. And I was kind of following the cross that I used for this spread right here. So what I did is I just used different like values to make each cross a little bit different, and I did not include color or collage because I just wanted to kind of whittle it down to its bare bone, just the bare bone elements, because that way I can learn more from it. Now once I, if I were gonna make like 20 more of these thumbnails, I might want to add color and collage and all of that, but for this particular exercise I just wanted to focus on the values. And I did, most of them I just used my ink, and I just used the white of the paper actually, and I did use a pen over here, over here, over here, and over here I used my blue Stabilo pencil. So right off the bat I can tell you the ones that I like and the ones that I just don't like them at all. And this is going to be like, according to your visual language, like what appeals to you. There's no right or wrong. It's just a personal choice. So right off the bat, for me, I like this because I like the fact that it's so dramatic. It's like, this is a white of the paper and this is ink. So this is like a Payne's gray. And I really love that dynamic contrast. Like my eye is just so drawn to this. This is just like, it's like just middle of the road. Like there's nothing to kind of keep me looking at this. Now this over here is the same value contrast that I used here, but instead of putting it on the cross, like instead of putting the dark Payne's gray on the cross, I put it in the negative space. So let me just explain what I mean by negative space. So just say that over here, this is a cross. So this is the positive space, excuse me. And in a painting, positive space is the thing, the object. It's the easily discernible, whatever it might be. And even in abstract painting, there's still positive and negative space, but it's not as apparent as, say, in a landscape, or if you're drawing a person or still life or whatever. So say in a still life, the positive space would be, just say I'm painting a bowl, a glass jar, and a piece of fabric. So those 3 objects would be the positive space, and then the negative space is like, the background, all the stuff that's not the objects. So over here, the cross over here is the positive space, and then this is the negative space. And the negative space is just as important as the positive space, because the negative space's role, if you will, in your painting is to put the light on the positive space. It's to make it shine. And without the negative space, you cannot have the positive space. So exactly what I did here, I did the exact same thing here. So the cross is now white, and then the negative space is the Payne's Gray. But I do not like this at all. I just do not like it. It's actually kind of uncomfortable for me to look at. Like, I look at it and then I want to look away from it. So that's just a personal kind of a preference. Like, somebody else might look at that and be like, wow, I really like that. But for me personally, I just don't like it. Now, what I could do is I could just erase these pencil lines over here, and that makes it a little bit better because now I can just focus on the cross without those lines, right? And this is a great learning tool for me as well. So now that those lines are not there, it's a little bit more palatable, but I still don't like it. It's not like something I would, want to replicate in any way. Now this over here, what I did is I just took my Stabilo and I just, I just made some marks, and so there is some interest. So I really love this, and I think I love it because it's got some kind of interest and texture. It's not like a texture like if I was going to put collage on it, but I really like this one. This one, again, I don't like it. And like I said, I could erase this, I could erase these lines here. And what I did is I used a lighter value than I did with this one over here, but this is the exact same kind of situation, but this has a really dark value, and this one has a more mid-tone value. I don't like either one of these. They just don't appeal to me. Now over here, what I did is I just took my pen and I just did some kind of scribbly kind of writing, nonsensical writing, but I really like this one. I let a lot of the white show through, but again, I really like the interest on this, so I'm really kind of drawn to this one. So this one over here, I just took a pen again and I just made some lines. This one is okay. I can take it or leave it. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it either. This one, I did the exact same thing that I did here, but instead of putting the lines in the positive space, I put the lines in the negative space. And again, I don't really like it. Now I'm going to erase the lines again here, which is going to make it just a little bit more palatable, but I still don't like it. So, there's nothing about this that I am drawn to. And this over here, I really, really love. It's just a blue Stabilo pencil that I just kind of dipped in water and made the cross, and I really love it. Now, I wanted to use the blue. I know I said I didn't want to introduce color, but I just wanted to make the comparison, I guess, because this is exactly the same as this, pretty much. I mean, this is a darker value, but this is, it's fairly dark as well. Yeah, so so this is very similar, but I like this one over here over this one. So it's teaching me a lot about what I like in terms of values, in terms of interest, lines, etc. And like I said, once you do 20 of these, if you were so inclined, because this is actually, yeah, like I said, it's very tedious for me. Then you can start introducing other elements. You can say, oh, I want to, explore color. I want to actually use collage. So out of these 9 over here, the ones that this is what I like the best. This one is number 1, this one is number 2, and this one is number 3. This one, and this one, which is basically all 3 of these are the same because I'm focusing on the negative space with the lines, with the values, and I'm just using the white of the paper for the cross. These 3 I absolutely do not like. These 2 are neutral, and this one is more appealing to me than these here, the ones that I don't like, but it still can't compete with this, and this. So that is a great exercise to do. this over here, and you can do this with other things as well. Like you can explore color palettes. You can say, I want to use, you know, these 3 colors. And a great one is yellow ochre, Payne's gray, and titanium white. That's a very limited palette, but you can use it in so many different ways, and you can make 100 of these thumbnails. And actually a long time ago I took a color course. I took quite a few color courses actually, and that was one of the things that we did, is we actually really did make 100 of these thumbnails. And the great thing about these thumbnails is, you know, I made these pretty big, but you can make them actually very small. And you can, they're so quick and easy to do. You can really push your colors, push your values, experiment, and you can, you know, think outside the box. And so I took this class and we did that, and it really, you know, we made so many like neutrals, and we did these thumbnails for everything. So it's a great tool, but it is a bit tedious for me with my kind of personality, but you can learn so much from doing this. So now we're going to get back to this over here, and I just want to point out that I'm going to get my ruler here. So this is a cross. It might not seem like it, but it is. So see, this is the line here, this is the line here, and this is the line here. Now it's a bit of a, you know, it's wider at the top, it's more kind of streamlined here, but it is basically a cross type of structure that is anchoring this. And I really am loving this. Like, even though there's just the blank white page here, here, you know, I put these lines here. I'm loving all these lines here, over here. I'm just loving the sun. I'm loving the text. And I'm really digging this spread. But I think the reason why I'm drawn to it so much is because it's got a very strong foundation of the cross. So anyways, you guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that I have explained everything in a very clear and easy to understand way. And like I said, like, doing this exercise is not for me personally. I still do them because it's a great learning tool, but it might appeal to somebody else. Like, just with my personality, I don't really like doing these. But, you know, to somebody else, they might be like, oh, wow, like, you know, I really love doing this. And actually, I did take a class one time with an artist named Tracy Verdugo, and it was where we made these little thumbnails. So basically you can make the thumbnail like this, like that's what I did with the collages that I made. So you actually cut out a piece of paper, or you can just make your thumbnail like so. And basically we were exploring I think value and color or something. I don't remember what exactly the exercise was, but we made like tons and tons of these little kind of thumbnails. So you can actually draw out your thumbnail on your page, or you can cut them out. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's the same purpose, really. So these are really great tools, and you can explore anything you want to explore. You can pick any element in your art making and you can explore it. And excuse me, this is watercolor paper, but you can use any kind of paper you have, like Bristol paper is great, or like, I mean, whatever you have on hand. And I am not going to waste this at all. I am going to, you know, go over top of it, add collage, add paints or whatever, and I'm going to use the page. Anyways, you guys, if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. And I hope that this video has been helpful and inspiring, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.